everybody, it's Raven. I know you guys know a few things about me. One thing I'm sure you didn't know is that I'm a professional bartender. So this is one of my favorite things to do, and I'm sharing it with you today because a lot of you are probably held up at home, not much to do, you're tired of drinking the same old thing, probably like me. So we're going to teach you a few classic cocktails today, starting with an old-fashioned. So this is your stirrer. You're going to use about a handful of ice. And this is my favorite bourbon. It's called Bullet. It's so full and smoky, and it's just absolutely delicious. So we're going to use that in our old-fashioned today. So you want to do about 2 ounces. You can measure out 2 shot glasses if you want to, but I prefer to do mine freehand. Do about there. Next, you're going to do 2 dashes of orange bitters. This one is optional, but it does add a really great flavor. 1, 2. Don't be afraid of it. Get real in there and shake that bottle. And then you're going to do your Angostura bitters. 1, 2. Don't knock stuff over. Then we're going to do a little bit of simple syrup. So for this, that's probably enough. And now you're going to stir and try to keep the back of your spoon against the glass. And only twirl the ice cubes. Try not to shuffle them because you don't want to dilute the whiskey. So do that about, I'd say 15 seconds because you're probably using house ice cubes. Then you're going to take 1, 2 big ice cubes, and your strainer. And then I pre-peeled an orange. If you have one around, it's okay. If you can totally try this at home. I'm serious. But if not, it's totally okay. I just love this trick. So you're just gonna make sure it's nice and juicy still, or else it won't work. Well, there was a little spark. Apparently our oranges are dry. But you can also singe it. And it pushes all of the oils from the fruit into the cocktail. And that is an old-fashioned. So this is a very spirit-forward beverage. If you do not like bourbon or whiskey, I do not suggest it. It has a nice orange taste to it that's really refreshing, especially with that smokiness. So it is a nice contrast. I do suggest this one at home. An old-fashioned is actually my favorite cocktail. The next one I'm going to make for you today is a Cosmo. And we're going to improvise a little bit because usually you're supposed to use an orange liqueur. I'm going to use orange bitters. So this is my shaker today. Just a good old mason jar. Feel free to just grab one and use it. We're gonna do 4 dashes of orange bitters. Alrighty. We're gonna do 2 ounces of vodka. Like I said, you can use the shot glasses if you want, but I'm pretty good eyeballing it. Next, we only need about a 1/4 ounce of cranberry juice. I've poured some in here for us. And then 3/4 ounce of lime juice. And then the final ingredient, simple syrup. You know, good old sugar. So now you're gonna add your ice. And this is actually going to be fine strained into a Nick and Nora or a martini glass or whatever you have that you feel fancy drinking from. And that's your Cosmo. See if I can pick it up without spilling it. So, let's just put this down. I like Cosmos because they make me feel like Madonna, number 1. Number 2, it's a very spirit-forward, girly drink, but it's not so overwhelming with the sugar. Alrighty, and our third and final cocktail today is going to be the Moscow Mule. I'm sure you've all heard of it. It goes in a copper glass. I do not have one, so we will be substituting this fancy guy. First things first, vodka. And don't knock things over. So we're going to use our shaker again. So 1.5 ounces of vodka, 1/2 ounce lime juice, and you're gonna do your ice, you're gonna pour into your copper or mug in my case. And then you add good old ginger beer. You don't want to shake the ginger beer because of the carbonation. It will flatten up and then your drink will just taste gross. And you can garnish this with a fresh lime. Precisely. Alright guys, so those are today's cocktails. This is, once again, this is our old fashioned. It is bourbon based. We have our Cosmo here, which is vodka based. We have our Moscow Mule here, which is also vodka based. So these are 3 really simple cocktails that you can try at home. All of these ingredients are available, I'm sure, at your local stores. Fingers crossed they're open. Anyways, I hope you have a great evening of drinking. Drink responsibly. And let me know how they work for you. Send pictures. Thanks for watching today, guys. I just wanted to take a quick moment to remind you that we are Quarantine Cocktails. My name is Raven, and I will be here every week to show you 3 new cocktails. This week, I hope you enjoy our first episode of Quarantine Cocktails. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a good one. Gets me every time.